Greetings, everyone. This is Payman, your host of the Lead Hot Podcast. Today, I have a very special episode with my wonderful, awesome friend, Leslie Sloane. She does Energy Oracle Reading, and in this episode, she's going to do one special for us here live on the show. And I had on the podcast last week, and wow, what a story. We had a tremendous, captivating and long chat, and I knew I had to bring her here. So here she is today. Welcome back to the show, my friend.
Thank you so much. This is so exciting. Oh my gosh. I mean, we've really got into it for quite some time. We've already been on for
Almost
an
an hour now.
hour already. I mean, this is just, this is kindred spirit. We just keep talking and it's amazing. Well, it took a little while to set all this up, but I wanted to
So first of all, tell us, what do you do? What exactly is it you do? And then we can proceed from there.
Okay, so what I do is I create products that are frequencies using sound, light, color, sacred geometry. So basically, I'm an alchemist. I'm an energetic alchemist, but I create things that can be felt. They can be palpated. My clients feel things moving in their bodies all the time. I never touch them. And I connect people to their vibrational blueprint. I connect them to what it is that makes them tick. And because so many people are lost, they don't know why they're here, what they're doing, and they're listening to too many things, and that causes confusion. But our hearts are 5,000 times stronger magnetically than our brains.
Wow.
Yeah, and this has been proven. This is everything that I do is scientifically proven. And even the Heart Math Institute talks about this. Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about this. There's so many people that acknowledge this, although everybody's talking about the brain and controlling mind. But your mind, there's something called coherence, and your mind and your heart have to be in coherence. They have to be relatively going up and down and up and down. It has to be the lemniscate. There has to be a balance there. So if you're out of balance, then you're going to be confused and you can be thrown off your game really easily. And so with so many people not knowing who they are, they didn't even know, after, of course, the pandemic, nobody knows what they're doing anymore because everything has been thrown off. And so what I do is I bring the sound through the sound and the color, and sacred geometries, which are our language of the soul. They are encoded into our DNA. And they are the fundamental basis of the universe itself. So when you're looking at the mirror of something that is you're going to react to it. It's like, how do you react when you look at a rainbow? What's your first thought? Wow. Your heart goes, oh my God, this is so beautiful.
The real, original, authentic rainbow, yes.
Right. And that reaction is because you're light, because you're looking at you. You're looking at all the refracting elements of you. And by the way, and I show this in my red workshop, red is at the top of the rainbow, not violet.
Wow.
It's red. And so this is also part of the programming that they're doing. Red doesn't bend like violet does, because violet spins quickly. It's a fast frequency. It's the crown.
Wow.
Red is a slow moving energy. It is the densest frequency. So it's going to be at the top. We also call it the hotline to heaven because it's about awakening. Hotline to God. There it is. So what I do is I help people understand who they are through their own language. So I created the Oracle healing cards. This is just one of them. There's 56 of them. And it took about 10 years to create these. And there's nothing like this on the planet. Every single one of them is different. And they all have a different meaning, a different purpose, and a different vibration. But what they all have,
wow, beautiful.
What they all send out is the vibration of love. It is
wow.
The 432 hertz frequency. And people feel this. And so it's amazing. So I connect people to a language. What it is all the feelings that you have inside, everything that you have trapped inside, comes out when you choose the oracles with your eyes closed. And it is pulling out what is hidden inside of you, and it makes it available for you to become coherent with, to become aware of, and then start the dialogue with. And so I have a book that goes with this that breaks everything down in a page. I narrowed everything down in all of my 35 years into one page to make it exact. What does this mean? Why did you choose it? How do you work with it? And how are you going to work with it in a meditative manner? What is it that you want to do? What is going to help you accelerate as a soul? But it is soul directive. That's why the eyes are closed, or this is why I had you choose your colors quickly, right? They give them to me, boom, 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 and you said, and my other question to you was, what other color were you looking for? Because you said, is this all you have? But these are actually frequencies that people don't even know about. There are some frequencies here that people don't know about, and they don't know what they mean.
Like which ones, for example?
Soul gate, cerulean. That would be cerulean. And the cerulean.
How does that look like?
Let me show you. Here's because I have levels 1 and 2. And basically, level 1 is where you are residing in that frequency. You're aligned with it, and you're expanding from there. The level 2 is the story of becoming. It's walking into that frequency. So here you have one of them. This is level 2, cerulean level 2. And you see a boy who's sitting before a temple, and he's sitting on an Egyptian tablet, and he's got the Pleiadian stars around him.
Oh,
And there is a
wow.
violet key. Yes, these are they're very allegorical as well. And you have
There's
7
purple in the
steps.
back. There's a tree and then
It's
there's
a
a
key.
purple.
It's a key.
Oh, key, and then the purple in the background. Wow, and a gold
It's
and
a
shining.
golden
Yeah,
key
wow.
with the violet light, and there's 7 steps, which are processional to get up to that temple, because this is the key. He feels grief because he lost the teachings. And his family, his star family, has come around him saying, look, we're here. Turn around and take the procession, walk up those stairs, grab your key, and use it to turn your soul gate, which is deep inside your heart, because it needs your sound to work. It needs your sound to activate. You can only activate it through your own means. And this is the mandala. And it's basically looking in your eye. So the code that I gave to the artist turned these into universal forms rather than cultural. So you don't see the yantra, you don't see any of that. So that's level 2. This is level 1. And this comes up when soulmates are looking for each other, when someone really wants to find someone, or if you're looking for, say you're doing podcasts and you're looking for other people who resonate with what you do. So this is star family here on Earth. These are frequencies. When you work with these oracles, any of them, they embed and awaken frequencies in us of these particular rays and vibrations that actually create a field around us in which we call them in from this world, in this form.
Wow.
And so this mandala is completely different. And you can travel because these are all layered tens of thousands of times with sound, light, color, and sacred geometries. That's why it took 10 years. Because they are absolutely encoded. So you have sacred geometries, platonic solids, all prayers, all kinds of things that are layered in here. And you can travel and try, especially when you really look at them, they do move.
Yeah.
I have this happen all the time. So you can see these are, they're just completely different thing. And so I have 28 sets, which are 56 colors. So what I'm going to do, and these can be laid on the body, and I can use them over Zoom, and you're going to feel it. You're going to feel it. So, so what's happening is the truth is coming out as to what's propelling something, what's driving something. If there's that your soul is telling you exactly, is giving you directive as to what to do and which oracles to use, which are the symphony coming out of your mosaic, saying this is your key symphony. These are your piano keys right now. This is what you need. I'm taking you from step one. So the first oracle that we're looking at, let me see here. Let me go in and share. Okay, so I pulled the oracles up that you chose. There you go. Can you see those?
Yes. Wow.
Okay. Okay, so I don't have the images here, but I have the mandalas. So we're looking at the first oracle's primary blue one, and it has a beautiful dove on the front flying with an olive branch and an orange flower in its mouth. And it's called peace and spiritual alignment. And this is what your soul is bridging to you. What's going on in this at the moment? So what is the most important thing that you need to know, be aware of? The second oracle, this is primary red 2, and on the other side it has an image of a man, and it has a kundalini, the snakes coming up, biting him in the third eye, awakening him. So it's called awakenings. And this is where you're not quite sure what's happening. It's the unconscious. It could be a part of ourselves that we have unloved or that we've left behind. And or it could be a solution to something, we're just not sure of it, or a decision we need to make, we're not sure of it. The third location, this is gold 2, and it's called Follow the Golden Thread. And it has a boy reaching out of here, I'll show you. Here it is. I don't know if you can see that. He's in a cave, and the darkness represents his emotions, and so does the water. And he's reaching outside of him for his gold, when the gold is really inside of him. It's his, we have that saying, heart of gold, heart of God. And so this is about, this is where you sit right now. And it could be about a lot of things, but it depends on what it's next to. And then the fourth one, and sometimes people like when they can choose 5 or 6, and that's the resolve. The resolve is here. This is, and I showed you turquoise 1 with this beautiful woman, and with a crown on, with her crown, and she's surrounded by the rainbow. And this is called creazione. It's called creation.
Yeah, that's
and this is the resolve. This is the turquoise has to do with you being a podcaster. So what we're looking at here is this. We're looking at the blue and the turquoise right off the bat. So you are very, we're like me, we're gregarious. We like to talk a lot. This is one of the reasons why you're an incredible host. You're an incredible podcaster, because you are about communication. Everything is about communication, and it's about bridging a message of peace and alignment. How can we how can you elevate the spirits of others through this? Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
It's keeping people in a safe place, and also that you are that there's trust. There's trust. Trust is a big thing for you. It's a big thing for you.
It's everything. Yes.
It is. If someone betrays you, if someone tries to do something that does not have integrity, it really fires you up. It makes you mad, and you have a tendency to turn around and not deal with it. Does that make sense?
Very.
Okay. So this is all part of. I'm starting to read the whole now, and I can go deeper. I just you let me know when the time is limited. So we're looking at someone who is very gregarious. You are communicative. You also, you're in touch with spirit.
Mm-hmm.
You're in touch with spirit, and you like to meditate, right? Don't you?
I would love to, but so far it's been a challenge of mine. I haven't been able so far to quiet my mind. So the only time, my way of so-called meditating is I just go in the pool and I just close my eyes underwater or swim under the water, holding my breath, and that's where I get ideas. And before I dive, I ask, universe, guide me, show me the path, show me the way, enlighten me, empower me, inspire me. Or I just stand just right by the edge, just overlooking the beautiful view, and I say, wow, universe, what do you have in store for me today? What do I need to know? And I just stand there and just listen and try to focus on that, and I get some really good ideas that way. So that's my way of meditating.
That's a beautiful way to meditate because you're floating in the womb.
Mm-hmm.
And
Wow.
this is, yeah, I mean, this is all part of not second guessing what you do and feeling confident with this is your blueprint. This is your blueprint.
Wow.
You know,
which one? The blue one on the right
well,
side?
no, I mean your blueprint. So your
Ah.
blueprint is coming out. Your
Mm-hmm.
blueprint, your language is coming out. And one of the things is that you don't want to compare how you do this with other people because
Yes.
yours is very unique. And this is, so you have a tendency to judge. You have a tendency to judge, and it frustrates you.
Yes. I'm a Libra, so
Well, right. And this is, so, these are multidimensional. There are many, many, many layers that can come up, and I'm going to keep some of them for another time. What's happening is there is that the judgment, and this happened to you when you were a child too. It was when you were younger.
What happened?
There are things that it's almost as if you felt that you weren't worthy enough in some way. There was something that you were taught, or whether it was I know we were talking about you being a rebel, which is part of the red. This is part of it, but there was something else that happened that that affected you as a child with the confidence.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, so this is what's coming up. This is one of the beautiful things that's happening about you being a podcaster.
Oh,
Is
wow.
that this is because this is helping you to understand that, when we're looking at the gold, to make gold, you have red, orange, and yellow, because you have orange and yellow that make gold, but what makes up orange? Red and yellow. So there's a lot of fire in there. And the gold, and in the yellow, we can separate. We can become separate, we can split. When we don't feel good, when we're constantly told, or we hear that what we're doing isn't right, or the way we want to express ourselves isn't right, or if we're trying to be controlled and told what to do, how to do, when we know internally that it is not the case, we know this, and it makes us feel bad, it cuts our light. It cuts our light. And then we can't connect.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is what you're doing here, is your real blueprint is showing itself, because no one is controlling you with doing this. You are so friendly, so joyful. You're really incredible. And Now, and this is all part of you connecting with other people and letting them be who they are and doing what they're doing. Now, I want to say that this did affect you as a child. It upset your stomach. It upset your intestines. It upset your physical body. Does this make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so you have had issues with your tummy for quite
When-
some time.
And
Go ahead.
thank God, knock on wood, no, but I remember when I was a kid, I did have appendix or something like this, and I went to the doctor. They put a tube in my mouth, they checked it, and they said it's okay, but just avoid eating too much spicy stuff.
Yes, yes,
I
yes.
stopped, but I love my spicy stuff, but I don't eat, I try my best not to eat as much as I used to.
Yeah, this is important. This is important because gold is about health. Health and well-being, and you have the red right next to it. So this is really important. It's telling me that your health and the turquoise next to that is about your immune system. So be very, very careful.
I'm on a
Okay,
I'm on a clean path. Yeah, I'm eating
okay.
clean,
Okay, yeah, because I'm telling this is your soul telling you that you want to make sure, because what happens is the patterns when we were children still, they still exist in us because we don't know how to get rid of them when we're children, but we still have them coming out, and this is what happens. So there is I want to say it's a side note from your guidance from you to say, be careful. Okay, because you got to keep it cool. Keep it cool. Because I was the same way. I was raised with Mexican food. I learned how to cook it. I love it. And I cannot eat hot anything anymore. I cannot. And I won't, because it burns the intestines. And if it burns the intestines, then that also gives leeway to cancer.
Sure.
So this is really, really important. And so these readings go extremely deep with body, mind, soul. And so this is about you on another dimension. Now we're moving to another level. You bringing this together through your work and bringing in so much abundance because you're doing what comes natural to you. This is what comes natural to you. Okay, so this is, and so, but they keep saying don't get mad at yourself. When things happen. Because you have a tendency to get, mad or frustrated with something. So you're picking on yourself. So they're saying, don't do that, because you are really, and then, when you do, just go back in the pool and close your eyes and get in the water and cool down, because you really are, you're a fish, and you love to be in this environment. It suits you well. But it really is for health and well-being for you. It really is. Absolutely. And so this journey that you're taking with podcasting, it is free flow for you. You're doing really well with it. You're going to do even better. It's just going to keep growing and growing because you're such a likable guy. You are just so authentic and wonderful and just so much fun to just hang out with and all that. So that's what's happening here. Now, let me know of all of these. Now, first of all, are you feeling the energy from them?
I'm absolutely mesmerized by how beautiful they are. Even when you first showed me all of those, I had a hard time selecting which one because they're all so mesmerizing, so stunning, so stupendous. So
thank you.
You're welcome.
Which one are you drawn to most?
All of them, seriously, I can't decide.
Yeah, it's hard. It's difficult. So basically, so what's happening is you're looking into the eyes of your soul.
Tell me again, once again, in a brief summary, the meaning of each of them.
Oh, so like the first
Maybe
one, okay, the first one is about what your soul is bridging to you.
which one is the first one? Bring your cursor on it, please, so I can see
Oh,
which one
okay.
you're referring to.
This
Okay,
one,
this one. Oh, yeah, beautiful.
the
Blue is my
primary
favorite
blue
color.
one.
Yeah, blue is my
Yeah,
favorite
of
color.
course.
Yeah.
It's communication, sure. It's many things, but it's communication.
Mm.
And the second one is the blind side. It is unconscious. We don't
Ah,
know. We don't know about it yet. It hasn't shown itself.
okay.
It could be something buried deep in the subconscious mind or something that we've just turned away from.
Okay.
Or we just don't know what the answer is yet. It's just not, it hasn't arrived yet. The third one is where you are right now. This is
Ah,
where you sit right now. And the fourth, fifth, and sixth, however many people choose, this would be the resolve. And the resolve for you is continue doing the podcast because you are connecting on a grander level with people who are, they're looking to the stars for answers, and they're looking to meet people of like mind and consciousness. And that's really what it is. It's all about creation. Keep creating, keep doing what you're doing.
so in light of all of that, I would say I'm drawn most toward the last two, the gold and yellow and black, and the blue where you have your cursor, where I'm
Okay.
the resolve. Yeah, even though the other are beautiful too, but these two are the ones I'm being drawn to.
Okay.
These two, and then if I were to choose, I would say yes, this one. This one, yes, the blue one. This is the one that's, I mean, they're all amazing.
So this
Stupendous.
one,
Yes.
and these are not even the full size.
Oh, wow.
It's not the full size. They're
Mm,
not. So it's just that so hold on.
okay, we're back on. Beautiful. Wow.
Look at that. So that would be it. Although it's the oracle is, so you can see it's larger.
Mm-hmm.
And so these are energies. So when you interact with this, so there are codes in here that are inside of you. You're reacting to the color, you're feeling the frequency. And so when you're looking at this, how does it make you feel? And where do you feel it?
Sorry, say it again. What is that?
So when you're looking at this, how does it make you feel and where do you feel it?
Good question. What does it make me feel? I feel just drawn to it. I feel mesmerized, captivated by it, fascinated. Where I feel it, I'm not sure.
Do you feel okay? Do you feel comfortable? Do you feel warmth coming from it, love coming from it, any kind of nurturing energy coming from it?
Yes, I feel almost like a warm
Okay.
breeze around me right now.
Say that again.
Like a warm breeze, a breeze just
Okay.
enveloping me. Yes.
Okay. And so this particular oracle, it can go anywhere. These oracles can go anywhere. The turquoise is about the lungs.
Oh,
And yes. And it has to do with immune system.
okay.
And it has to do with expression through creation, through the stars. So you go underwater and you create, right? Turquoise is water as well,
Oh.
right?
I've always been drawn
And
to the sea, to the water, especially to the past, explorers like Christopher Columbus, Vasco da Gama, all those amazing historical figures. I wouldn't be surprised if in a past life I was, one of those explorers on
could
those
have
massive
been.
boats.
You could have been. And this is, so you're a seafarer, and this is all, and that's part of also another oracle I have, Aqua, it's called Neptune. it is be open to new possibilities, exploring the mystical self.
I've always been more drawn to boats than cars.
Mm, there you
Yeah.
go.
Wow.
Yeah. And that, so you're a seafaring kind of guy and an explorer.
Oh, big
And
time.
you said something else though. You said it's like you can feel a breeze coming through it. So when we're
I
thinking of the
felt it.
lungs,
I felt it briefly, yes, enveloping around me, and it felt really
Mhm.
warm and really nice.
so when you think of the lungs, you think of air as well. The
Mhm.
lungs, although they hold the emotions, but we fill them with air. So this is a language that's coming through, and you may not know what it is, but you're feeling the sensations. Now, if you were to have this in front of you on your desktop, or have one of the 8x10 oracles, even one of the posters, you would feel it. It's a constant open portal, because energy doesn't die. And so I charge my waters, everything. I have my glass of water here on my big ones, but I also can put it on this, and it immediately charges it up.
Wow.
It's immediate. And what happens is the codes that are in each of these oracles, it goes into whatever you put on them.
Okay.
Now, Dr. Emoto talked about this in his 3 books of the Messages of Water. He died a couple of years ago, and his people actually wanted to publish my books with the oracles, but they wanted to change them, and I said no. I'm sorry, I can't do that.
Wow.
And so this is part of the consciousness and the intelligence of what's inside of us. So your end result is, I want to reach a lot of people. I want to get to millions and millions of people, to help them wake up, to help them to understand who they are, and give them a platform to see different modalities of conversation with people who are in their mastery, whatever that may be. It could even be laughing, but as long as they're being authentic
Mm.
and being at peace, you're just bridging lines of communication and creating so that you can communicate with others and help them to evolve. And this is what helps you release the pain from when you were a child. Does that
Wow.
make sense?
Yes, yes, yes.
Because you're in your power.
Mm.
Okay, so that's what's going on here. Of course, we can do other readings other times, but this, because I know we're on a time schedule here, and I think this is really a beautiful set of colors that you chose, because I want to say something else. The primary blue, you have the gold, and you have the red, and in the gold you have the yellow. So it's connecting the dots. You're looking to connect the dots. Does that make sense?
Yes, indeed.
Your life, who you are, what you're doing here on a more palpable level for you.
Are you able to
And
see what's my next logical step?
no, I just said it. Your next logical step here is continue creating. Continue to create. Just be mindful of your physical body. Okay, really important. Be mindful of your physical body, because your body is your temple. And
Absolutely.
it's really important that you, because this is the thing, is like, you're such a precious being. And when we have to go back in and say, hey, okay, I'm beginning to understand, I really am unique, I really am divine, I really am light, I am God's source energy. And this is what I teach when I do my workshops and online classes about this, because it shows just where we come from, and it's scientifically proven. It's just incredible. So everything, so you're looking into the eye of your God self. And no one has the right ever to tell you that you're wrong. You know exactly what you need to do. Your soul always does. It always does. You always
Absolutely.
your own involvement.
One thing I've learned to really do more and more is to listen to my instincts, to my gut feeling. I used to suppress it, but nowadays some of the greatest, starting the podcast, that was something that flashed in my mind. You know, as I told you last time we talked, having lunch with family in the summer of 2020, an idea shot in my head, start a podcast, and it kept on coming and coming and coming. A year later, again, same thing, having dinner with family, start an academy. What do you mean start an academy? Kept on coming. And that's what literally changed my life. So
You
I'm
did it.
listening more and more to it. Yes.
Yeah. And that's also part of the goal. This is your gut instinct. That's why it's important to take care of your gut.
Absolutely.
Because that's where the instincts, the thoughts come through there, and you just have so much coming. There's so much coming. And this is part of also the red in the second position is like, you don't know about it yet. You don't know. You just know that the fires are working, but you don't know what it is yet.
I'm open, receptive, welcoming, and tremendously grateful for all the blessings the universe has for me.
You're amazing. You're amazing. And okay, I'm going to stop sharing now. Ready?
Okay. Sure.
There we go. So yeah, I mean, this is it gets really intense. I mean, my sessions are an hour to an hour and a half, and it gets very intense, but especially when I start really doing the energy work. But you already got transmissions, because it doesn't matter whether I'm doing it or not. You're getting the transmissions, and now you have your codes inside are awakened. So it'll be interesting to see how you feel today.
I feel good. I feel amazing. Plus, it's 11:11 right now, you know?
Oh, well, there you go. And that's the magic key, right? That's the keynote of us saying, okay, I know we have a time frame, but the 11:11, that's key right there. And that's telling you right away, you know, this is beautiful. That's wonderful. But you were just showered with a lot of love.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And I wish the same for you. You're amazing. I love talking to you. When I talk to you, I lose, track of time. And, you're a beautiful soul friend,
Well, ti voglio bene. I mean, we just
anche io ti voglio benissimo.
It's immediate, and I just want to say thank you so much for all these amazing adventures we have together. And
Piacere tutto mio. Piacere tutto mio. It's all my pleasure. Pleasure all mine. So, if someone wants to connect with you, what's the best way to do so?
Through my website,
which is
at www.oraclehealingcards.com, and it's AURACLE healingcards.com.
All right, send that to me on any links you want, and I will put them in the show notes. Yeah, and listen, this was phenomenal. I loved it. Wonderful.
Me too.
I learned a lot, and looking forward to the next one, to our next conversation. Me and you will be talking a lot more because we get along so well,
It's amazing.
I'm looking forward to it. So thank you. And keep shining your light. I salute you. You're treated over the heart. Keep shining your light with and blessing the world with your presence, your impact, your contagious smile, your energy, your work, your impact, your presence. Stay safe, stay awesome. God bless you, and definitely talking very soon again.
Okay.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci. Ci vediamo.
Absolutely. Ciao, ciao.